Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. So, we have this battle right here, which could decide quite a lot, depending on how it goes. I think we will go ahead after considering what the situation here. I've decided that I will actually go ahead and attack right here. And I don't think... No, we're not going to go through anything else. We'll see how this goes. First we're going to go ahead and march through to make sure that we get both troops in here. Now it might be that this guy retreats, in which case we're going to have to move on Berlin. No, he does not actually retreat, which means we will be able to take this stack out on its own, which is very good, because then I can make my attack on Berlin separate. Nice. Good. Autosave. The question is if I should auto-resolve this and then go for the Battle of Berlin, because that's going to be quite a large one. You know what, let's play this one. The Battle of Pritzenwolk Pastures in 1807. Now, I did get... Someone thought that I should go ahead and edit the files so that the turns per year decreased from 24 to 12. I'm not entirely sure what would be the benefit of that, because it would only mean that I had less time to complete the task and the years would go on faster. So I'm not entirely sure what the main benefit, because it didn't specify that. He just thought that I should do it. So he didn't really think through his comment. So I don't know if that's a good idea to go ahead and... Oh, there's a lot of Prussians there. So when I closed in, and I also got this, which was sort of more of a reminder to me, which is to let the enemy take its time to sort of set up their troops. I'm not entirely sure. They could come down here. So what I could do is I could get this one quickly up here, and we could shoot at them as they come across there. And since it's such a heavy onslaught with enemies there, we're going to put the guards, and then we're going to put the third Lightfoot, which is 12th Regiment of... oh yes, this is the Belgian army, so these are all the Belgian units. The Belgians are leading this attack. We got all these Fusiliers of the line to be the backbone. Should probably be behind the cannons, though. Belgian Grenadiers stationed to protect the cannons. And then we have the Dragoons, backed up by one of the light cavalry units. And then we're gonna have the Cuirassiers over here, backed up by one of the lights. And then we're gonna have the general down here, because probably we're gonna need him right about here. So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna give the enemy some time to set their stuff up. We're not gonna go ahead and attack too we're not gonna lead the attack too ferociously. But we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. What I think I'll do is I'll have the heavy cavalry stationed here in the forest to be able to quickly sort of join in the fight, and then we've got the light cavalry will march up to here. Cannons are firing this way. We do have a house here, but I think it would be quite foolish to set up in the house, because they're quite weak. Okay, the enemy cavalry, Prussian lancers, are making their way directly towards the cannons, which is not good, which is definitely not good. Luckily, they spotted the infantry in the trees and retreated. Gonna fire some canister into their arse as they retreat. not entirely sure. They seem to be going into the forest here. So we're going to form square. Didn't I tell them to form square? Damn it. The order didn't really go through, but I think the sustained casualties of this unit is... I believe they're about to rout any second. Yeah, there was quite a poor charge by the Prussian lance. Now they're being supported by the 9th Grenadier Regiment, Ostpreußen. Oh, it's 2 units in. So the Landwehr, the 8th Landwehr militia, and then the Ostpreußen Grenadier Regiment, the 1st Crown Prince Regiment. Oh, we had another attack over here, which I completely missed. But that one failed worse than the other one. These units must hold. Oh crap, there's stuff going down all across the line here. The cavalry must strike against the enemy cavalry over there. Otherwise, the line seems to be holding. The thing that I want to be careful about is the Prussian Jägers, which I think is set up here. It might be the Prussian Jägers, which might be hiding here in the forest. Let's see, how's it going with the cavalry? The cavalry have trouble just finding each other in the forest. This attack over here by the Prussians is failing, and the Crown Prince Regiment is pushed back. Has the 9th Lancers being destroyed, and all the Prussians here are giving ground. They're running away while they're gaining ground over here, but they seem a bit unsure what to do really. If they want to strike, or if they want to stay. It's militia there, but there are people hiding in the forest, which might very well be. One of the cannons was destroyed. We're gonna have these 2 gain ground. We're gonna get rid of these, and that will open up for the cavalry units to move through and attack the enemy in the back. So far the main line is holding. There's no problem there. These cannons might want to switch to canister. Have we defeated this cavalry unit out here? No, we have not. And I can see that there's a cannon out there which I want to destroy. Their main assault through on the main line was defeated. At the same time, it looks like the middle guard is doing quite well here. We've got a guard Jäger company coming up, and we've got cannons behind there. It might be time. These guys gonna form square. Just gonna open up for the cuirassiers to move through, and then this unit can move through where the cannon is, because the cannon has lost both its cannons. And then the light cavalry unit can strike over here. Cuirassier! Charge! They come through and they strike the Crown Prince Grenadiers. And the light cavalry goes through the hole here. And they strike. The Landwehr gives way. And they continue into the guard company. And then both cavalry units will converge on that artillery position, while the middle guard and these what are these? Chasseurs à pied or something like that, I think. Or at least they have that picture. We're gonna have this unit. This unit can actually hide in the Okay, the light cavalry will continue into the Frivillige Jäger Company. And the Cuirassiers will go for the cannons before they get absolutely destroyed here by the cannon as it lays its fire upon our men. We got more Frivillige hiding here in the bush, and the Belgian Grenadiers have come under heavy attack here, so they'll need to be replaced. So we're gonna send forwards these to the 16th and the 7th. You know what? Can I redirect the canister? Boom! That was actually enough. Hold your fire. The Grenadiers will follow. Belgian Grenadiers will follow in a charge. The 2 cavalry units out here have been successful. The light cavalry will go out and punish that artillery, while the dragoons will head out and chase down these people. We've got our light, which made its all the way over there. Can actually go for this Landwehr unit. And then where's my heavy? He's made his way over here, and he can move in to strike over there. The middle guard and the Chasseur here needs to turn around here, get up, and to start flanking the Prussians. We got the Prussian general out there, and we will take these two to now swing in like that.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
The middle guard is readying itself on the top of the hill, firing down upon the Prussians. The light cavalry has struck the Prussian Landwehr, and now the heavies come in to strike this musketeer reserve company. So here comes the Belgian Grenadiers running across, chasing these guys. They might actually turn back, so what we're going to do is going to hold. I'm going to tell them to open fire. The dragoons are going to continue after here. These guys will break. Just charge through them. Fire on those, make sure they don't come back. We've got Jaeger company has turned back, come back. The light cavalry will charge them. The Cuirassiers have broken through over there. They will now go for the center. The few units that remain here. And I was going to tell the cannon to fire again, but since we're sending in the cavalry, that might not be advisable. So, wait, actually what I can do is I can hold the cavalry, let them, and let my cannons then rip through the Prussian lines. Most of them seem to be breaking anyways. Cavalry here, bit worried. For some reason they stopped their attack. These guys have turned around. We need to get them. The Belgian Grenadiers need to charge after them. God, the cannons, they're still around. These 3-pounders formed here on the flank, still around. Belgian Grenadiers advancing across the field to attack the militia. The Belgian dragoons are readying themselves to strike, followed with the they might break just before even combat has started. The enemy's retreating all across the field. It's just about seeing those few units off, like this one that needs to be seen off, and then these just need to be followed off the field. And that should be the battle, which actually didn't take too long. So we should be able to have a secondary battle in this video, which will be the battle for Berlin. Hopefully I have enough men for that. Damn, they managed to fire. Oh, they fire that one too, even though they were fighting in melee. But oh, there's There's still a bloody unit
Our
in
men are
the
running,
forest.
sir.
It's a Frivillige Jäger company. This unit, the 56th Regiment of Infantry, will go ahead and advance, and they will charge this unit and destroy it. The enemy moves to try to avoid the bayonet charge, but it's to no avail. And then they're struck. And they quickly lose their numbers, and they are seen off the field. With only about 27 of them getting away. End the battle. Heroic victory. Very good. Let's save this as... There we go. Haste is good only if something. We only lost 700 men, which is about 10% of our force. No, it's not. It's about... Oh, look at that. We even got a sort of a heroic battle thing for that. So, still, the Belgian army is the one that leads. So, the Belgian army will move up. Right, intercepted. We're intercepted by a small force here of 1,500 men, plus the men that made away. And quite silly of the enemy, they've gone ahead and tried to intercept me. They probably should have not done that, which means I can auto-resolve, and we gain a stunning victory. And that makes Berlin even more vulnerable. Then this army is able to move up, and then the Belgian army can do its attack on Berlin. There's a lot of cannons here, so we got Emanuel Brendel, which is just a low-ranking officer, which is control of this, but there's a blasted battery of guns across here. And then he is supported by Abraham Rothschild. Oh. Abraham Rothschild is bringing up reinforcements. But we outnumber the enemy. And this should go well, so let's fight this battle. Wait, what? Where's my reinforcements? Attacker. It's only specifying one general. Where are my reinforcements? You can see there, Emanuel Brendel, and then supported by a proper general, which is Abraham Rothschild. If the enemy is planning to defend a river crossing, So we got the outskirts of Berlin is actually part of the map here. They've placed some bombs, 3 bombs right there. In the corner. Question is if I can possibly... Sometimes when you place a unit around, you could spot the enemy. I do have... I can have troops all the way out here. Maybe they can... No. My approach on the town. My approach on the town is probably best from this area, or at least... Here's where I'm gonna place my cannons. So across this road, I think from about there, that looks like a good position. And then we'll have this cannon, could be somewhere around here, laying down fire from across there. Then the advance of line infantry, which we will have, I think, 5 in the first row, followed by these 3, or is it 4? Was it, no, 3. followed by these 3. The Belgian Grenadiers lost a lot, so they will be put to guard duty next to the cannons. And then we'll have the middle guard stretched out over there to protect on that side. Cavalry also quite wounded, so we'll put them together. Heavy cavalry behind, and then the light cavalry will be situated in this forest, hidden from the enemy view. Right, that's the plan, and let's start it off. Okay, so the general's bodyguard was standing in front of the cannons, and we don't want that, do we? What do we have here? The pioneers, and I think they're about to place down spikes in an odd way, because well, any charge that goes, I think the thing is though, normally you can quite easily sort of forget about the spikes, and they're not maybe super visible, but now when they're backed up by 3 big red spots here, it's not that hard to miss them. But the thing is, there's 3 units here, so maybe there's 3 units of pioneers, which gonna mean that there's gonna be a lot of spikes everywhere. Because if you look from far, you know, you can mistake this for part of, say, a fence or something. Or if you would be clever enough to place it along a fence like that, it could easily be missed by your army. What I think we will do is we'll advance these units in the forest to make sure that the enemy do not come this far, and then have the heavy cavalry like so. And then we will start our advance. We want to avoid this though, but we want to make a proper whole line. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys move like that, and then we're going to have these extend towards here, and then we're going to move the cannons because they're not very useful in this location right now. I don't think they have range to fire at anything. And what we could do now is we could mobilize the light cavalry to move up and sort of scout where the enemy is. We got Herr Brundle over here somewhere within this unit. There he is, leading his army. We have spotted a Landwehr unit, which will be cannon fire will be coming down upon them shortly. Before I even have time to say that cannon fire is going to be coming down shortly. What we're gonna move the cannon. The cannon is ready. I will move them here, so it's a good position from up above, which I can lay down fire towards this open field and the town. The thing is, these can easily fire over. So what I can do is I can have these 3 move like so, and then this one will cover there, and then these 3, which are moving here, we can have one of them come in to support the cannons, but the other 2 will follow with these 2, or these 3 I mean. So these 5 then will go along here instead, be on that side. And then the light cavalry will set up. We will have one there, and one will go into the forest here to see if we can spot some more enemies. More enemies have turned up. We got the pioneer, first foot guards. Then we got Landwehr, and then we got another Landwehr. We got more pioneers. Which means there's probably gonna be, yeah, 3 pioneer companies. So it's gonna be hard to move in cavalry. Because we have to expect the enemy to put down loads and loads and loads. You know what? Look at these silly Prussians. One of the great advantages of the army that was defending Berlin was the fact that they had a massive amount of battery, but they seem to have placed it behind the town while they placed them, it's the soldiers in front. And they're now getting hit by my artillery, which are killing quite a lot of them, while my army slowly circles in on the enemy. And soon we'll be able to lay down from the 4th horse artillery. We'll tell them to speed up a bit. And the cannon shot is even bouncing all the way. Yeah, they've placed all of their batteries here. Which is a bit strange. But maybe we should have let the enemy take some time to... oh, did that bomb went off? Maybe we should have let the enemy take its time to deploy their men. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's because they don't have a proper general for this army. This unit just suffered 2 volleys as it moved up at the same time as cannon fire is coming down. And it's about to get worse because this horse-drawn artillery is about to lay down canister fire. Although this one is coming under quite heavy cannon fire from down there. So I don't know how long this unit will persist before it's broken. The Landwehr are falling back. We can't really see that there's a lot here, so we'll advance the middle guard, see what they can do on this flank. And then I wonder where here Rothschilds will turn up from. What side will he come from? The light cavalry will be hidden here in the dead ground from the cannons, but be ready to pounce upon the artillery once the opportunity is given. We've got the what's this? We've got lancers coming in. Uhlans making their way to the front. I'm not entirely sure what's firing right here. And this line will now stretch a bit better along this route. The front line is really only held up by these men, so I think the reason why they haven't really deployed their army properly is because they don't really have an army. Most of it is just cannons and other, 3 units of pioneer is way too many pioneers. So this army simply lacks the infantry power to conduct proper maneuvers. The lancers are coming in. Form square. Form square in anticipation of cavalry attack. We're putting down a lot of fire. The squares are coming under fire from the enemy infantry, but since there's not a whole lot of them, we're holding on pretty well. And they do have the middle guard on this side to protect them. They're laying down quite the fire on the enemy on this side. And the squares are only really fighting against 2 units of pioneers. And the cavalry isn't really being effectively used, and they're getting slaughtered. And the cavalry is gone, which means that we can go back into line.
Sir,
And open up
our
on the enemy.
general is under attack.
The general. I guess a stray shot came this way. Looks like the Allied reinforcements, or their reinforcements, yeah, their reinforcements are turning up from down there. But they're marching their units. We've got 6th Grenadier Regiment and Light Foot moving in. It's time to draw our proper good lines and prepare to fight the enemy. We're gonna drag it along like this. Right there. And then move into positions. Heavy cavalry is gonna be stationed over here behind. And then we're gonna let the enemy march into our sort of trap. Prussian Grenadiers not really taking advantage of the terrain with the wall down here, and especially exposing this flank since it's turned out towards. This is the most frontal part. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Emanuel Brendel was killed. We got a heavy 80 horse guards cuirassier regiment moving up. These guys are dangerous. 144. And these guys can break squares, unlike some of the light cavalry units. And we want to keep in line for as long as possible before we are forced to move into square to maximize the effect we're putting down on. Three squares. We need to get rid of this unit because, you know what, I want to deploy this one like so to attack this one better, and then we can see about getting this one a little bit closer. The thing is, canister might just snag onto our unit there, which wouldn't be very good. Right, we're holding on here, but this unit in particular has lost a lot of men. They're down to 100 men. And we've got more line infantry, more cannons coming in. It might be time to send in something to just destroy. Oh, East Prussian Infantry Regiment. There's a lot of guard units on the way. We need to get those guns, I think. They lost half their force. Ah, they're broken now. They're broken. Good, nice. Here comes the light cavalry. Oh, this one snags onto this cannon unit. But the other one makes it through and goes directly for the enemy cannons. These cannons were slaughtered, and now come the Belgian light cavalry riding through and striking the concentration of Prussian artillery. All the artillery trains are giving way. You can see just the loads of cannons there. The thing though is, will the light cavalry be able to get out of this situation? We got Jaeger Company. Now they send in the general. Herr Rothschild is joining the fight. But at the same time, up on the front line, it seems to be going very well for our infantry as the Prussians keep pushing men into the sort of trap that we've set for them. You know what? Try to get through them. And now they're starting to break one after one. And so many cannons right now are getting lost here. So many cannon units. And look of this bountiful capture of guns after this battle. I don't think there's any doubt that I'm gonna win this battle. So all those cannons will fall to France. They keep marching into that that area right there. At this point, if I was the commander, I'd probably just rout. Oh, just as we say that, he's dead. He died. He got killed. And there's some dragoons stuck in the house. We got this unit, so scared of defeat that it's already formed into square. The light cavalry needs to withdraw, and unfortunately they're gonna have to do it through town. Let's see if we can get at that unit in square by sending these two units quickly to attack them. And these guys will spread out to get a better angle there. And then we will march forwards. These two will hold. I don't want to move them in case they trigger those bombs. This one's running away. They're not keeping in square. They're being chased. The cavalry is being chased. Right, stand upon this hill and then fire on that unit. And then you guys will go there. Fire from the flank. Now the light cavalry, you need to make your way back to our lines. While our troops advance, the 8th Foot Guards, the East Prussian Infantry Regiment number 1 is running away. We're gonna look at this as these guys give their volley right into this. And the enemy doesn't even look at them as they fire into them. Not that many casualties though, surprisingly. We have Landwehr with 1 Fusilier regiment left there. March. Let's get the heavy cavalry in through the center. Let's get these guys marching that way as well. You will now switch to round shot. Can you reach anything? No? We can fire on this house maybe. These guys gave way, which means that we need to turn our attention to these men. How about you open fire on this house? Let's see. Here comes the heavy cavalry as well. They're gonna come in from this direction, attacking through here and hopefully breaking the lot of them. Right, we're gonna have to form line about here and see if we can open fire upon the enemy. And then these guys will be along there. And now the cavalry will strike. And now the Belgian horsemen make their way into the enemy. Right. I want to forward these two. You know what? Something has turned up over here. These guys are back. I was gonna send these guys together with the cavalry into bayonet attack. Get into those landwehrs. And then can I get all the cannons to fire on these guys? This fight right here might actually be quite complicated. Get forwards, and then you two will also advance forwards on this one. Ah, these guys are back. But maybe once the heavy cavalry is done over there, they can turn their attention on those men. These two lines, you need to come a bit into the flank there. This one will soon give way. It's outnumbered in such a way. And as soon as these guys, they didn't even have to start firing before the enemy gave way. The heavy cavalry is cutting into these light foot. It's losing a lot of men. This one's giving way. The cavalry will attack them and then ride through these guys, and hopefully that will be enough to sort of force these guys to give up. They are broken, but we still have one unit. These bastards came back. So I want to lay everything on them and finish this. Charge! Charge! Before they before they manage to get in any formation, the cavalry sees them off, and we are victorious. And Berlin should fall to us. Close victory. Not as good as the other one then. But Berlin should now be ours. Boom! Brandenburg has fallen. The question is, however, if we will be able to hold it. This army, which we didn't use at all, is going to be stationed in front because we want to protect against the onslaught of this men while we repair. And Berlin was a very... Oh, it's gonna take... Wait, is it gonna take 19 turns to repair this? God's sake. Nice. Very nice. And we not only got one university, but two. Just totally unnecessary. We only would need really one. What can we make out of this then? What does this read? This region already has a banking house. So we could go ahead and build a supply warehouse. Secret society or factory? We'll build a secret society in honor of the Prussian general who died. No, we'll build a factory maybe. Musket factory. Or just a factory. Unhappiness. Well, Berlin is sure to be unhappy for being taken over, so maybe we shouldn't build a factory. We will make it into a secret society. And looking at the time, this is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for the next one, at some point, I'm hoping to deploy the Polish army. But clearly, the Prussians are in quite the problem right now, because they only have 2 regions left. I've taken everything else. I've taken Brandenburg. So only I have is Pomerania and Silesia. Or Silesia. They still have bountiful armies though. And I would hope to use Napoleon to destroy them over there. But yeah. And we've got a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, as I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!